Welcome back to Good Morning 30A. We are here with John Morris from Chan's Wine World. And he's brought us some beautiful champagnes to taste for some sparklings. I don't know what he's brought us, something with bubbles in it. So
we know it's always good, that we know.
John, welcome back. Thank you for joining us again.
Thank you.
We love when you come.
Well,
brought a little holiday cheer with you.
Brought us some bubbles.
But you don't like me, you like my friends.
No, we like you.
We like you
We
too.
like you.
Okay.
We like you. You could come empty-handed. We'd still take
You explain to us why we like your friends. That's a good thing.
Well, what's not to like?
Exactly.
What's not to like?
Where are we going to start?
Today we're going to talk about champagne and sparkling wines. And the key differential is that champagne is champagne only if it comes from the Champagne district in France. It's a geographical area. Every place else, it's simply a sparkling wine or bubbly. There are a couple of other names for sparkling wines associated with particular wine-producing countries. Cava in Spain, Prosecco from Italy, Sekt from Germany. So those are three.
Oh, I didn't know that one.
S-E-K-T.
I didn't know that one.
All made pretty much in the same style.
Okay.
Champagne, the traditional method, or where you have the fermentation, secondary fermentation in the bottle. So what I thought we'd do is, while we talk, why don't we just have a little taste of something here?
Oh, that's a great
idea. And the first wine we're going to try is a sparkling wine from France, not from the Champagne district.
Okay.
Jean-Louis. And Jean-Louis sources his fruit from many different places in France. This fruit comes primarily from the Loire River Valley and is mostly a Chenin Blanc, is the grape. And this is a very good example of a well-priced, fun wine that is readily available and is great for holiday season. This bottle of wine, average retail is $10.
Oh, so great if you're going to have a party and you need a lot of...
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is the sparkling wine that you want to serve if you're going to serve a lot of people at a wedding, so forth. It's also perfect for making the Bellini cocktail, the famous cocktail.
Is it a little bit? Will we find that it's a little bit sweeter because it's a Chenin Blanc grape? Or
this is going to be just a little bit fruitier. It's not going to be real sweet, but it's going to be a little bit fruitier. What you should get on the nose, you tend to get a little bit of apples, apricots, and a little bit of a honeyed-like characteristic. But this is a Brut, B-R-U-T.
Right?
And
Okay, now there's been some discrepancy about the pronunciation of that word lately.
Right.
We were at a wine tasting at a place just recently, and the new distributors kept calling it a Brut.
Right.
Now, I have been in the restaurant business for about 30 years, and we never called it a Brut. We've always called it a Brut. Now, is that a newfangled thing, or have we just been pronouncing it incorrectly all these years?
Because it's too late to stop.
I'm never going to call it a Brut. It'll never come out of my mouth that way.
Well, is it tomato or is it tomato?
There you go.
Okay.
It's as simple as that.
And if you ask my husband, it's tomato.
I'd say the most common pronunciation is Brut.
Okay.
By far. You do find some people in the wine business.
Is it different countries that use it different? No. It's just a matter of...
But the significance, and that's just talking about Brut or Brut for a second, there's different styles of wine, and Brut is the driest. There's one that's made in very small quantities called Ultra Brut. You see very little of it on the market.
Who makes that?
But Brut there's a number of producers that make it.
There's a few.
It's just a style.
Okay.
And that's the amount of sugar left in the wine after fermentation. So it's so dry it almost takes your breath away. Brut is by far the most common on the market today. Brut actually goes back to, that was a derogatory term used toward the British because it meant brutal or unrefined.
Ooh.
And they referred to the British as brutal and unrefined.
That's great.
For many reasons, one of which they associated with the champagnes because the British like that real dry characteristic in wine. So the next step below this less dry.
It seems like they knew what they were talking about then.
Well, the Brits tend to know their wines. They do. The next step below that is what they call extra dry, and that confuses a lot of people because you would think that extra dry would be real dry.
Right.
Just the reverse. It's actually a little less dry. And then you get down into the demi-sec and so forth. So this is a Brut, fresh, crisp, clean, great for Bellinis, great for mimosas,
or anything you're going to
mix with. And a great value at $10.
It is
very difficult to beat.
You know, it does have a little apple taste to it too.
It should.
Granny Smith is what I get. It's yummy.
Yep.
All right, well,
Smith.
we're going to go on to the next one in just a moment. And in the meantime, we're going to take a quick little break. Are we? Okay, I thought we were. As I said before, we are broadcasting today from the Henderson Park Inn here in Destin. And we'll be back in just a minute.